When you came into NASCAR, how would you describe the style or the fashion sense of NASCAR drivers?
Of NASCAR drivers?
NASCAR and fashion may seem like complete opposites. But if the truth be told, NASCAR drivers are more fashion conscious than you think.
When I think about NASCAR fashion, there's like a rock star element within the NASCAR wear.
Throughout the history of the sport, drivers have brought their own unique sense of style and fashion, both on and off the track. But only one driver has managed to merge the two into one iconic image, Richard Petty.
We didn't have special shoes or special gloves or anything. Whatever you got up that morning, if you had a T-shirt on or, a regular shirt or a checkered shirt or, a pair of jeans, and there you went. There was no thought put into it because nobody had ever brought it up. Whatever you showed up at the racetrack in, that's what you drove in, up until the mid-'60s.
The winds of change swept through the NASCAR world during the 1960s, bringing a new sense of style and taste.
And then they finally come with some uniforms, and my mother made all the uniforms for me. They wasn't fireproof. We had to dip them in some stuff and, make them fireproof. The late 60s, they came with the Nomex deal, and then everybody started wearing uniforms.
The 1970s was the golden age of Richard Petty chic. He embraced the colorful decade with an open mind and began to cultivate his look.
The good old Southern boys like Richard Petty, the king of the stockers, who has updated his image this season with a brand new Fu Manchu mustache.
I don't know why he came up with the Fu Manchu. I don't know what that was all about.
You got up one day and said, I think I'll grow a beard or grow sideburns or what. In '76, I had a full beard.
The mustache really, it kind of came and went. It was real funny. He had the Fu Manchu, then he had nothing for a while, and then he grew the mustache, and he stuck with that forever.
Back, I guess in the '70s, from time to time, I wore a cowboy hat.
I remember late '60s, early '70s, that all of a sudden he started wearing a hat. He started wearing a cowboy-style hat. And it was more Amish than it was cowboy hat. It was a big round-topped hat with a flat brim. And then it kind of evolved into what you see today, to the Charlie One Horse.
And once I got one and wore it, I thought it was great. They got all just a little bit different, okay, than just a regular hat.
Oh, this I like. Now there's some sex appeal here. This is 70s Marlboro Man. It's kind of cool, yeah.
The big thing about this is the details of the hat. He's got fur on one. It's pretty fashion forward, and even though it's a throwback, it's also a throw forward to what we see coming back as fashion recycles.
There's people that have good fashion ideas, and there's other ones that probably don't.
Oh, I think it's a lack of knowledge of fashion, but that mustache, that hair, I don't know. Maybe I just look back and it looks a lot worse. It was pretty bad.
I see business at the front, party at the back. Please tell me Jeff Gordon's grown up. That's the same man? Wow, a little bit of grooming goes a long way, doesn't it?
I don't know that they have to have a unique look. I think Scott Speed did when he came around. He stepped out a little bit.
It is a big difference, and coming from Europe, which is something that's polar opposite to this, I went from thinking I was really normal to, oh wow, I am on a totally different planet than what's going on here.
He wears sunglasses almost 24 hours a day.
Well, the basic deal with sunglasses, my eyes were a little sensitive to light, so I just put them on and wore them and just been wearing them ever since. If you look back when I first started wearing them, these are basically the same design all through the years, even though somebody else might have made them.
The hat and the sunglasses, I don't recognize them without it. I don't think many people do.
When you see Richard Petty in a baseball cap, or without a cap, he's not Richard Petty. It's become so synonymous with who he is that it really catches you off guard when you first see him.
That's his persona. I mean, I don't know what Richard Petty really looks like without sunglasses and a cowboy hat on.
I think the crazy thing is when he takes the hat and sunglasses off. We were on a plane together, and he kind of just took his hat and sunglasses off. And I was like, who the heck is that guy? I mean, it was so different looking.
I know still today when I see him, I kind of stand up and, wow, there's the king. So he still today has that, that presence.
There's not many people that can say that they have something that's really, truly theirs as far as a style, and he certainly has one.
It's cool that he's been able to maintain that and keep it going and make it timeless.
It wasn't a deal that you wanted to make an image or any of that kind of stuff. It just happened. I just did my thing, and this is the way it came out.